Hello and welcome to another episode of Treasure Hunting America. I'm your host, Mark Hendricks. For the next half hour, we'll share some amazing stories of everyday treasure hunters across the country, discovering vast antiquities and caches of yesteryear. Gerry Edwards started treasure hunting in 1993 after a near-death car accident. Since then, he's found gold nuggets, jewelry, and a lost Spanish galleon.
I started metal detecting to recuperate from a very bad automobile accident. I was headed to a client with my portfolio, come up around a curve, and I see this garbage truck come roaring down the hill, and he didn't see me, and I pulled off the road, and he broadsided me. No broken bones, but just a lot of neurological damage. I'd lost 98% of the manual dexterity in one hand and 95 in the other.
For Gerry, his therapy of metal detecting turned into an addictive hobby that would lead to bigger and better treasure.
I wasn't really that into it at first, and then realized it could be for anybody. I always thought it was just a bunch of old geezers puttering around finding junk. I found some pennies, 1800s. My first 2-cent piece shocked me. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a 2-cent piece or a 3-cent piece. I graduated from parks and beaches to actually going to the library and doing research, historical research. I went to the county and went through their archives and found maps dating from the early 1900s, late 1800s. That was a source of location where the old roads, stagecoach stops, schoolhouse buildings that were on the old maps. It just snowballed on me as far as wanting to find more and more and more. I'm the kind of person that would set goals. Well, I'm going to find this, and I would look for that. I enjoyed it. You never know what you're going to find. This is a ruby and diamond ring that I found on the beach. These were a recent find. They're gold, amethyst, and diamond handmade earrings from circa 1920-ish. I have an incidental find that I found quite a few years ago on the Central Coast. I was using XLT whites, and I got an iron reading, and I normally don't dig iron, but just on a whim I decided to dig it up. It was only about 4 inches deep, and found this iron spearhead wrapped in an old desiccated piece of deer hide, I believe is what it was, with this ceremonial blade. I took it to an archaeologist, and he dates it at about 200 years old. One of my recent finds just this last year was this gold matchbox case. It's got specimen gold inlaid, quartz, solid gold, and what's unusual about it is on the back is engraved San Francisco Bay prior to the Golden Gate Bridge being built, which was built in 1933. So this is pre-1933, I figure 1920, expensive gold matchbox. Research and persistence. I think that's the key to it. Don't give up. You're not going to find something every time you go out there. But the one time that you do find something wonderful, it makes it worth the 10 times you went out there and found some old junk.